Manuel Roxas was born in Capiz Province on January 1, 1892. In 1914, he graduated from the College of Law of the University of the Philippines. In 1916, he became provincial governor, and in 1922, he was elected to Congress, becoming Speaker of the Philippine Assembly.
In December 1931, Roxas, together with Senate President pro tempore Sergius Mania, left for the United States to secure the Hari-Hari Cutting Act from the U.S. Congress, in which would grant the Philippine independence after a transition period of 10 years. The opposition forces, headed by Manuel have rejected this bill. And in 1934, Roxas was elected to the Constitutional Convention. He was appointed Commonwealth President, Quezon Secretary of Finance in 1938, and has since become his chief advisor. In 1941, Roxas ran for the Senate and won.
On December 8, 1941, at the outbreak of the war, Roxas served as Lieutenant Colonel in the U.S. Army Forces in the Far East. He refused to join Quezon in fleeing to the United States because he wanted to preserve the moral of the Filipino soldier fighting in Bataan Corridor. He was captured in 1942 by the Japanese forces in Malaybalay, Bukidnon, and was forced to serve in the puppet government of Jose Laurel and Laurel wartime cabinet. Roxas accepted the post of chairman of the Economic Planning Board. During the Japanese retreat, he allegedly escaped from the Japanese High Command in Baguio on April 15, 1945.
Roxas had never been tried as a collaborator because of General Douglas MacArthur's unexplained intervention, although he had served officially in Laurel's Japanese government. On June 9, 1945, Roxas was elected President of the Senate when the Philippines legislature met during the liberation. He broke with President Osmeña and formed the Liberal Party, which he led to victory as presidential candidate on April 23, 1946. Roxas thus became the last president of the Commonwealth and the first president of the Republic of the Philippines when it was inaugurated on July 4, 1946.
Roxas had surrendered his country's freedom and the right to determine its destiny. In view of the undue demands by the Belt Trade Relations Act of 1945, in which called for a revision of the Philippine Constitution so that the Americans would have equal rights as far as the rehabilitation funds were concerned. The majority of the people are facing a united opposition by workers and peasants. Roxas had still sided with the oppressive landlord class and the colonialistic merchants to put down by force the legitimate aspirations of the electorate.
General MacArthur and the U.S. High Commissioner Paul V. Magnot were responsible for most of Roxas' policies. It was not only the lack of vision that Roxas lacked in foreseeing what would be a threat to Philippine and American relation later on, such as the military base agreement of March 14, 1947, but also his failure to sympathize with the plight of most poor people.